Hello everybody. Just thought I'd show off some items I purchased today from the Dollar Tree. The other day I put together a $10 survival kit because my son had asked me to build one in response to the YouTube $10 survival kit challenge that's been going around on YouTube. And while that was fun and could possibly be handy and useful, I don't really think it's that practical. Many of the items on there, including the food and all the big items, aren't things you would carry around every day. So if you had something like that, you would probably need a backpack or have it ready to go. And then it's not really much of a survival kit if you already know that you're going to need it. And in that case, you'd probably pack better stuff or more useful information, useful items than the items that were picked for the $10 kit. I thought it'd be more practical to try to put together a real survival kit that could be used in an emergency or in a situation where you actually were forced into a survival scenario. The thing about that is, in order for a kit to be useful, you need to be carrying it with you all the time. And having a kit that fits into a big box or a big huge bag or a backpack isn't realistic unless you're going camping or hiking and you carry it with you. In most cases, you're not going to be carrying those items. So today, I'm going to attempt to build a survival kit that will hopefully be useful and practical, because we're planning on making it small enough to fit into 1 or 2 Tic Tac boxes. I'm really thinking of 2 Tic Tac boxes taped together, and using that as a homemade keychain attachment that can go onto my car keys. That way I'll have the kit with me at all times, and if I were thrown into a situation where I had an emergency or needed the items, I could actually use it because I'll have it with me. Now, what you're looking at here are items that I just purchased today, but they're not going to be all the items that will be included in the kit. But let me go ahead and cover what we have and why I chose them, and then hopefully later I'll have a video showing how everything was put together, including the components that are not here right now. First off, I have the actual Tic Tacs. This was a pack of 3. Everything here was bought from the Dollar Tree, so it was $1 per item. The Tic Tac comes in a pack of 3. I am planning on using 2 of them. You can see the size here, they're not that big. But there's 3 in here. I'll use 2 of them, and the plan is to tape them together using this silver colored duct tape. And not silver, but gold. And the reason I chose this gold duct tape is duct tape is useful for a lot of different purposes, and I'm planning on using it for several different things, including a homemade slingshot. It's also shiny and reflective, so it could be used to signal for help if you need it. The other thing I got was a bunch of party favors. These are whistles. I don't know how well they work, so I'll need to test those. But you can see they're kind of large and won't fit in the kit. The plan is to try to cut it here and then maybe close off the end so it can be used as a whistle. Because in a real survival situation, you could be trapped somewhere and you may need to, you might not even be able to talk, but you might be able to whistle, and having a whistle with you could come in handy. The other thing that I picked up was this tiny little keyring laser pointer flashlight. It can be included in the kit because this kit is designed to fit on a keychain, so it doesn't even have to fit into the Tic Tac box. Basically, we're going to be assembling items that can go onto a keychain for like maybe a car or a house keychain, so you'll have it with you. You know, there's no real rule about trying to get it to fit into a box or a container or whatever. The key to all this is making a kit that you'll actually carry with you at all times, so that if an emergency or a situation arose where you needed these items, you'd have them. Another item that I purchased was this this eyeglass kit, repair kit. I didn't really need the whole kit. What I really wanted from it was this tiny little magnifying glass. I don't know if you can see that. The plan is to use this magnifier as a possible fire starter if I need to. And in addition, it's got these little screwdrivers, which I'm not going to take with me, but they'll be useful for disassembling this other item here. You can see here I bought basically 12 pencil sharpeners. I didn't really need the pencil sharpeners, and won't be including the whole pencil sharpeners as part of the kit. What I wanted from it was the razor blades. I tried to find the flat rectangular razor blades, and I couldn't find any. So I thought this would do, actually might even be better because the blades are smaller. The potential problem, though, is because they're so small, you might have to mount them on a stick or something to make them usable. Although you could possibly hold it on the edge there and use it to cut things. And you have 12 of them. I'm probably going to include 1 or 2, maybe 3 blades in the kit. The rest will be kept as pencil sharpeners, and I'll just give them to my kids. Another item that I thought, because it's small and might be useful, is super glue. This is a pack of 5 single-use super glue tubes, and they're self-piercing, so you can, the applicator tip will open it. And I know 1 or 2 of them can be included in the kit, probably 1 only, because space is going to be a premium. But you never know when you might need super glue, so it's nice to carry it. And the final thing that I have here are some candles. I bought some birthday candles that I plan on cutting down to size to make it fit inside the Tic Tac box. And the reason for that is so that you'll have light, and the ability to easily keep a fire going. And I'm sure we can think of other uses for candles. There's some items that are missing from this kit that I'll be including, and those items include a fish hook and some fishing line. Also, the ability to start fires. So I may either make a spark generator or include some waterproof matches, or I might just go ahead and get a whole... I have a pocket knife that I'm going to try to put onto the kit, and it has a built-in cigarette lighter and some tools like blades and screwdrivers. So that essentially is going to be my kit, although there's a couple of other items I'll be including, like some fire starter stuff. I'm planning on using like lint from dryer lint, because that stuff burns easily, and also maybe some Band-Aid and some aspirin in case somebody's having a heart attack or something. You'll have it ready to go. And basically sewing needle and thread in case you need to sew something, plus some twine or string so that you can tie things down. There'll probably be more items added, so stay tuned. Hello everybody, just thought I'd show you my assembled survival or emergency keychain kit, which I think is more reasonable to create than the $10 survival kit challenge version, simply because this is something you can carry with you. In my case, I'm carrying it on a keychain, and it's actually got items that are usable that I can use for emergency. Let's start off with the whistle. This is the whistle that came from the package of party whistles from the Dollar Tree, and it is very loud. Let me go ahead and blow it just to show you how loud it is. Probably should have warned you to cover your ears before I did that. So it could come in handy if you're trapped somewhere and you need to get somebody's attention. Another item that I have that I also bought for $1 was this pocket knife. It was only $1 from the flea market, and it can be used to basically cut and make things. Have the house key, obviously, and a vehicle key, and a $1 laser light pointer. It's a flashlight right here, an LED flashlight, and a laser pointer from the Dollar Tree, which can come in handy if you need to signal someone. And I have a dog whistle here, which may or may not come in handy. I don't know if it actually works. I just had a dog whistle, and it was on my keychain already, so I just left it there. The other thing that I put on there was a full-blown cigarette lighter. You can see it makes flames. I've seen in other kits where they chop it apart and just make a spark creator and then have lint and other things like that to set on fire, which to me seems kind of silly. Why not just put the whole thing on a keychain, and you can use this as is, you know, one hand with the fire, and you can start it up and as you need it. Now obviously you know, as I understand it, this fluid, the fuel does evaporate, so you want to check it every so often and replace it as needed. And to attach everything, I just got paper clip and I ran it through and twisted it. And then the final thing is this big, it's not even big, this is actually a miniature Tic Tac box. Remember the package of 3 that I got? And I wrapped it with the gold duct tape, which you can see we can use this to signal if the sunlight hits. So I can use it to signal people if I need someone to see me. But the duct tape can also be peeled off as you need it, and you can use duct tape for a variety of things. The kit itself isn't really completed. There's a couple items I'd like to add in there, but let me show you what I have so far right now. So let me set the camera down here and open it up. Okay, I got it open now, and you can see all the items I had inside the Tic Tac box here. I basically had a little magnifying glass that can be used to start a fire in an emergency. You know, if you needed to, you could possibly use it to start fire if you had the sun was out and your cigarette lighter here wasn't working. I also have a candle to help you with trying to start a fire. The other things that I thought might be useful, I had a fish hook, which I still have yet to add a fish line. I also put a needle in there. I don't know if you can see that sewing needle. And I'll be adding some thread here shortly. Maybe, you know, wind some thread around a piece of cardboard or something. And also the fishing line will be done the same way, and then shove it in there. I have the super glue, which can be useful. I think the top here, the top will pierce it when you screw it on there. I also have several safety pins, because those things are always handy to have and could come in really useful in an emergency. And I included a couple paper clips, because those are also useful for holding things together or for quick repairs, or you never know when you need one. You know, you can unwind that and make like a metal beam or tiny metal bar in case you need it. I also have that tiny razor blade that I took off the pencil sharpener, and I have 2 anti-diarrhea medication pills, so that if I'm out and about and either I don't feel well or somebody else doesn't feel well, I can at least give them this stuff. I basically cut off the plastic wrapping around it and just got it down to the medication itself. What's missing from this kit? Well, I'm planning on adding several baby aspirins, just because, you know, if you're around someone who may be having a heart attack or something, the baby aspirin can be handy. It can possibly save somebody's life. So I'll probably add 2 or 3 tablets, baby aspirin tablets. And another thing that might be useful is maybe a Band-Aid or 2, a small little Band-Aid or 2. This kit, I don't know if it'll help you, you know, as far as permanent survival situation, but it can help in an emergency. And the kind of emergency I'm thinking of is, you know, you're trapped somewhere, either in a building or in your vehicle, and you know, what would really be handy is something like the whistle and maybe the laser pointer. I also have a tag here for the VA for a crisis number in the event that I had a crisis and needed to call. But these are just some of the ideas that I had. It'd be interesting if you create such a system. If you would post links to yours, I'd love to check out your Tic Tac survival kit or your Keychain survival kit, because I think these, in all actuality, is a lot more practical, simply because I'll have it with me. And, you know, like whether I'm out for a stroll or ride my bike or camping or whatever, it'll be on me, because I tend to carry my keychains with, you know, my keychain and my keys with me. So when an emergency develops, I'll have the stuff ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to this channel, and share this video to help promote it. Thank you very much. Have a good day now.